Hey guys, Zelonius here. Welcome to another video on the channel. I am excited for this one. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the custom tactics that helped me go unbeaten 20-0 in FUT Champs this weekend. Are you fed up of getting out-teamed on FIFA? Want that God squad that you've always dreamed of? Check out MMOEXP and use code ZEL at checkout for a 5% discount. Check out the link below. MMOEXP, the best place to buy coins. So, this isn't the exact team that I used this weekend. I've changed a few players. We got crazy lucky with the rewards and we packed my first ever team of the year. Got team of the year Luka Modric. This card looks absolutely cracked. You see they're untradeable. I got him from the 84 plus player pick. I've never packed a team of the year, so it was good to see that the 20-0 actually paid off. But in terms of the team, how it actually was set up, we had team of the tournament Theo Hernandez at left back. We had wildcard Tomori instead of where this Rudiger is now. I'm probably going to get team of the year Militao. I'm just waiting for him to come out and the price to be reasonable. And then instead of Modric, we was actually using Centurion's Rebic. Really good card. We're using him in midfield. And then instead of Griezmann, we had Rafael Leao, the World Cup Phenom card. So a bit different to this, but I'm trying to change the team. I like trying different cards out. We do have 3 million coins right now. So with those coins, what would you do with this team? Benzema's team of the year when it goes down in price is what I'm looking at. But what would you do to upgrade this team? Let me know in the comments, guys. But yeah, the tactics that we did, we're going to be showing you them now. Very similar to the 4-3-2-1 custom tactics I put out. I think it was either yesterday or a couple of days ago. But we did have a second formation that we used in this. So I'm going to go in depth, explain the tactics in depth, the type of players you want to use in them, and why they are so good. So let's go to the custom tactics. So this is the full one. We'll show the full set. I don't think I actually had to go ultra defensive once. I don't think there was any point this weekend when I was actually like desperately trying to hold on in a game or losing. Like I don't think I was losing in the second half of a game once this weekend. I had a couple of games where I started off a bit slow and then came back pretty quick, but it was very comfortable. One of the easier 20-0s I've had this weekend. Whereas last weekend I went 16-3. It was the first FUT Champs I've played in probably a month or so. I'm back on the grind. I've been keeping up with the game and all the content, but back on the gameplay grind now. Probably you've noticed I'm putting a lot more custom tactics out. So the main tactic we used for probably 80-85% of this weekend league was the 4-3-2-1. And as I always tell people, have a different game plan. If I was losing by more than one goal, I would switch to the 4-3-3-5 with press after possession loss. If I was losing late on in a game, which didn't really happen, so I didn't really have to use it, I'd go to the constant pressure ultra attacking one. And then, again, like I said, I didn't use it, but it's very good. The ultra defensive and ultra attacking in this are my two favourite that I've come up with over the year. I've tried lots of different stuff out. I didn't have to use them this weekend, but it's always important to have them there. And for a more average player, you probably do have games where you need to come back late on, or you probably are struggling to hold on with a 1-goal lead late on. So it's important to have these in there. But the main formation we used was the 4-3-2-1. So obviously I've not set the team up how it should be set up properly right now. But this is how I would have it set up now if I was to play with this team. So 4-3-2-1, the strengths of it, it's my first full weekend league with it. And I probably used it a couple of months ago actually, but first in a long while. Played it a lot in Rivals and then played it in full weekend league. I absolutely love it. The overloads that this formation gives are absolutely cracked. It's very, very hard for your opponents to defend against it. The midfield's very dominant. You get free strikers, which is very good for options. In terms of the type of players you want, you ideally want 5-star weak foots across the front three. But if you can't have that, then make sure you've got at least a left footer on the left and a right footer on the right. And ideally your best attacker in the middle. I'll show you Bale's stats before we finish the video as well. This Bale, if you've not done him, 100% do this card. Even if you're not that bothered about trying to get him on Chem, he's a great super sub. And the fact he's like less than 100k for a 93, he's cheap in terms of just fodder for a future SBC. Like, it's the most no-brainer 100% do SBC I've seen in a long time from here. That Bale, though, is absolutely cracked. I absolutely loved him playing at left forward. For the middle centre mid, I like to have someone a little bit more defensive-minded, personally. So Verratti has high defensive work rate, very good, quick. It's also nice to have someone who can turn, play with the ball, which Verratti is good at. and then the two centre mids are going to get forward a little bit more in terms of the outside ones. You want fullbacks who can attack. Capdevere might not be the absolute best at that, but he'll still be pretty good. Hakimi's perfect for it, but because they're going to be overlapping, you need them to be good on the ball. And then obviously for centre-backs, strong, quick, all that type of stuff. For the tactics, it was balanced, 40 width, 72 depth. The 72 depth is really nice for the auto offside traps it gives you. Direct passing's really good. 50 width, 60 players in box. This just tends to work really well with me. There are times where you just be able to bypass the midfield, go straight to your strikers and be able to counter-attack. There are times where you have to be a bit more patient and wait for the overlap. But when you use it, it works really good. In terms of the instructions, stay central on the striker. Stay central getting behind on the left forward. Come back on defence on the other one. This makes it set up as like a 4-4-2 in-game. In terms of the midfield, I like having the middle centre mid on stay back and cover centre. He just anchors the midfield. For one attacker, I'm probably going to switch it and have Modric be the more attacking of the centre mids because he's the better of all these three. You want your best midfielder doing that. It's just set up before for Chiellini to do that because he was better than Rebic. But that would mean that I'd end up putting Griezmann on getting behind, stay central, and Bale would be the comeback. But yeah, you just can switch it either way. It's just important that you mirror it properly. So it's a 4-4-2 in game. The way it sets up, it's hard to break down. For the defenders, balanced overlap on the fullbacks, and then stay back while attacking on the centre backs. The keeper, you can put comes for crosses, sweeper keeper. It doesn't really matter or do a lot in my opinion. I'm not going to go too in depth about the rest of the tactics because they're not quite as important, but I will talk through them. This one's more just one that I set up when I'm losing a game by a goal or two and I don't want to go all out. It's a bit more aggressive than the 4-3-2 just because the two midfielders get a bit more involved. 80 depth, bit higher press. Forward runs, don't recommend that in most formations, but in midfield, in formations like this where the midfielder's running from deep, it's really good. That's not how I'd have the team set up. Sorry, like I said, I have to switch it up. That would be how I'd have it set up. In terms of the instructions, stay forward, cut inside, get in behind, stay on edge of box. No, it's getting to the box, don't know why that's changed. On the wingers, stay central, stay forward on the striker. Cut passing lanes, stay back, cover centre on the middle, centre mid. Get forward, or it's even a CDM actually. Get forward, cover wing on both of the outside centre mids. Balanced attack on the fullbacks, stay back on the centre backs. Now this is just basically the exact same, but more aggressive. 60 width, 100 depth, constant pressure. So this is obviously something you use late on in a game when you're desperately trying to get back into the game. It's not something you want to be on for that long because of stamina. The fullbacks are enjoying the attack overlap in this, and we do go step up on every defender. That is the only difference with the formation. Actually, no, we do go get into the box on the centre mids as well. It's just a much more aggressive version because we're desperate trying to get back into a game. Then the 4-4-2 is very good when it comes to seeing out a game. Gives you a lot of sub width. The CDM version, by the way, that's the one I would use. Swap these. Okay, that works for me. So when it comes to the tactic, 30 width, 30 depth, balanced. Don't want to go drop back on this game ever, really, to be honest. It just invites way too much pressure, which isn't a good thing in my opinion. Balanced, direct passing, 65 width. In terms of instructions, getting behind, stay forward on the strikers. We want them to be able to be an outlet, to be able to get out the press. That's because that's what you're playing against. Come back, stay wide on the two wingers. Cut passing lanes, stay back on one of the CDMs. Balanced on the other. You still want a midfielder to get forward a bit. And then stay back on all of the defenders. Then, like I said, I promised you I'd show you Gareth Bale's stats. Gareth Bale, 19 games, 21 goals, 6 assists. Quite a lot of those games, though. Well, I'd say more than half those games people quit in the first half. 2 of them people quit 0-0. So it's more like, probably like in about 10 to 12 full games, if that, worth Bale was averaging over 2 contributions, maybe 3 contributions every 90 minutes. Which is pretty cracked if you ask me. Great card. I would go engine on him just to basically make him really, really good on the ball because he's a bit taller. You could go Hunter to max out that pace and finishing. I might try that out on him as well. But I really liked him like this, and he played so good for me. Appreciate you guys watching this video. It was nice to see me actually get a good reward with a team of the year. I'm looking forward to trying this Modric out. I will be streaming using him, so make sure you get involved in that. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the love and support you show me. As always, keep it spicy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.